What's up, guys? Justin R. Harris here, back with business scenarios and solutions solved every single day. You know, we had to make sure that everything is tuned in exactly the way I need it to be so I can bring you today's golden nugget. You know what this is. So right before we go ahead and we jump into it and get into the beans of it all, make sure you guys do the whole like, subscribe, and follow thing. Click the notification bell. You heard the chime in the background. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so that we can move forward and I can drop these jewels on you guys. All right. I want to make sure that, especially for this series that we're going through, it's like 2 or 3 days where we're talking about, this is episode 110. So what we're talking about is the whole time management thing, right? Time consolidation. So what I want to say is, don't be a philanthropist with your time when it comes to business. Business is money. Don't drop the ball there. This is where you want to make money. You don't want to give this time away. You're wasting it, and that's not cool. You want to consolidate time, but consolidation is everything. Okay, so that's where we have to figure out exactly what that actually entails, if you will. Consolidating everything. Not when it comes to certain particular tasks within business. So that's what I want to cover on today's golden nugget, if you will. Right? So here's the deal. If you are, for whatever reason, bombarded with several tasks, I can say like within business, and you've identified, right, what are the tasks that you could do without. Once you've identified that, do not consolidate the tasks that really should not be run over, but actually require a certain amount of time. If you get a little hysterical, if you will, about cutting down your time on things that actually require a little more time, you're going to screw yourself over. Here's an example what he says, and I put it in the description as well, just a short little single sentence blurb. But he goes, the final step in time management is to consolidate the time that you record and analysis show as normally available and under executive control. So in other words, when you're in control of your time, what are those periods that are typically, he says, your record and analysis period, if you will. Just kind of a little wordplay there, rearranging a sentence to really explain it to you. He says, to be effective, every executive, entrepreneur, self-employed, whatever you want to call yourself, needs to be able to dispose of time in a fairly large chunk, right? That's the consolidating of time. However, the catch-all here is the manager who thinks that he or she can discuss the plans, their direction, and the performance of anything with his or her subordinates in 15 minutes is just deceiving themselves. Think about that. So if you're going to shave time and you're dealing with time and you're trying to consolidate this time in a more money-making format, right, where you're not wasting it because you're not being a philanthropist of your time and just throwing it away, okay? There's good and bad with that, right? We could say a philanthropist with time is giving your time to those that are in need, right? So you're kind of giving them a service because you are not expecting anything back. I get that, right? But when it comes to business and making money, don't be a philanthropist of your time, right? So I like that phrase, right? So basically, things that require time, you don't want to shave down. When dealing with people, sometimes you could have a meeting and that person just gets it like that. Or you could be dealing with someone and there's going to require quite a bit of explanation, quite a bit of direction, quite a bit of repeating so that they really get it, because everyone learns differently. Some are more auditory, some are more visual, and some are more practical application, right? Sometimes you have to put 2 of those formats or all 3 together to make sure that an employee actually gets it the way they're supposed to, right? So all those things are key. It doesn't have to be an employee. It could just be a business partner, or, you know, it's business to business marketing, or, you know, some sort of collaborative effort, right? You don't want to consolidate that time. You consolidate time on tasks that don't deal with people, but more deal with individual steps towards getting something completed in the long run, whether it's admin purposes or something like that, right? That's where you learn to consolidate and squeeze things down. Otherwise, don't do it. So what's the action point? There it is, right? Consolidate your time and set aside large blocks of time to complete major tasks, right? So chop down the other stuff so you can have more time to complete the major tasks. In other words, keep simple things simple so that you can focus on the hard things. There it is. See you guys.